Start over?
Why?
Because I'm in the reflection.
Yeah, get the fuck out of there. What's up, guys? Thanks so much for tuning in. You see, we have a little makeshift studio. Very nice here in sunny LA. Staying at a hotel with my filmographer, videographer, Shuey in the corner over here, helping produce. Say what up.
What's up?
Yeah, so Shuey is just hanging out. And why are we out in LA? A lot of people asking me that. Ted, why are you going to LA? I feel like just to mix up the scene. It's been great out here. The weather's allowing us to do all sorts of vlogging, very fun stuff. And while I came out here, lined up 2 shows. We had a show the other night at Bruise Brothers. That was great, just like a bar show, anywhere from like 20 to 25 people. Really enjoyed myself there. And then also the content that we've been getting out here. Shuey, as he's talking to his mom over there, I don't really need his full attention, but just looking to him to confirm as how much fun we have actually had since we've been here. So we had the Ted Jones Comedy Show on Tuesday night, May 3rd, 7 p.m. And then the morning after that, so we had Shuey there vlogging the actual comedy show. But the morning after that, 7 a.m. Wednesday, we hit the freaking air. We hit the flights. And I don't really know how I feel about flights in general. Like, I'm okay as soon as I get on the airplane, but anytime before the airplane, especially like an early morning flight, that'll just get my jitters going. Maybe more so like in an afternoon flight, since you have the whole morning to set up your anxiety for that. But like getting to the airport, waiting on that security line, and then taking off, like once I get on the plane, I'm fine. Like, that's why I only fly private. Am I right, dude? Looking at Shuey over there. I'm just joking. But we've had a great time here. Some of the stuff that we've done since we got here. So we landed Wednesday morning at about 10:30 a.m. LA time and rented a car. We weren't really sure if we were going to rent a car or not, but we decided to rent a car. It'd just be better for filming and everything. And we don't want to piss off Uber drivers. I'm sure they wouldn't be pissed off, but you know, just so we have more freedom in the car and such. And I think it's been clutch. It was crazy the other night before the comedy show, dude. Though we thought it was going to take 20 minutes to get to the show. It took an hour. And the thing is, like with Google Maps and with Waze, it sometimes doesn't tell you how long it's actually going to take. Like, we hopped in the car and the entire time I was like bouncing between 20 and 25 minutes. Like, we were stuck in traffic for 10 minutes and it still said between 20 and 25 minutes. So I was bugging out a little bit, had to pass the Hollywood Bowl, and I guess there was like a huge concert there. But like, anytime in New York, it's pretty, you have like a pretty reliable schedule, right? Like, if you're going to hop on the crosstown bus, you're going to hop on the train, you for the most part know when you're going to be able to get to places. So like, comics in LA, I can imagine that it's difficult to bounce around. Like, if you're going from North Hollywood to Venice, I don't even think that's like a realistic trip to do throughout like a comedy night, you know? So it's got to be tough to bounce around to multiple shows when you're in New York. You can easily have 2 spots in a night. But really enjoying LA here, really enjoying the weather. The last time I was here, didn't have the best time. I don't know whether that was because didn't really have a purpose for coming out here to LA, but like now that, you know, I'm out here with Shuey and he's filming a bunch of fun stuff. We're vlogging on Venice Beach. We were vlogging out on Hollywood Boulevard. Have met a number of interesting characters, which has really been fun. And today, I think we made some friends. Actually, we did make a good amount of friends today. It looks like we're gonna have to comp a lot of tickets to the Ted Jones Comedy Show in New York City, assuming that all these people that we met today on the Boulevard come to the show. But we're just out here having a great time. And today being, what's today's show? Thursday or Friday? Yeah, I'm giving you guys a little bit behind the scenes that today is, in fact, Friday. Okay, it is Friday. We're recording this a few hours before Shabbat, just so Shuey's good and on the clear there. We have an interesting eating dynamic, you and I. I'm vegan, you're kosher. We're like 2 of the most difficult people, I think, to serve. Staying out here for 6 nights, which is something that we're doing. We were initially going to stay out here for 4 nights, Shuey. You might not know that, but like coming to LA for 4 nights might not have been enough time. Good time. Also, I went to Hollywood Gym. If you guys Google this right here, it's like one of the more retro gyms, I mean, I have ever seen, for sure. It was just like old equipment, 70s and 80s, whatever. There were some guys in there, obviously on the juice, but hey, whatever, to each his own. If you're on steroids, whatever. I was looking big out there, though. Shuey actually told me this morning I was looking a little pumped, right? I think it was like it was the sun and I had a fresh workout this morning. That was probably it. Yeah. What was one of the highlights, you think, of today in Venice Beach? Who's your favorite person that we interviewed, actually? You guys are getting behind the scenes right here.
Dude, DOGGFace.
That's, oh my God, I can't believe I forgot to almost mention that. So you guys remember during TikTok, well, here you go, and then the road to freedom. So DOGGFace was the guy who was riding the longboard, drinking grapefruit juice. No, excuse me, drinking cranberry juice. It was really amazing. So we passed by him, and both Shuey and I looked at each other. We were like, wait, was that DOGGFace? We get like 500 feet away from him, and then as we are passing by these two lovely ladies, they're like, oh, that's crazy. That was DOGGFace just in the flesh, talking to each other. And we were like, wait. That was DOGGFace. So Shuey and I turn around, we run like 500 feet, catch up to DOGGFace. And as we're running up to DOGGFace, his boy is like looking back, turning. He's like, sus. And then as we were like approaching him, it was all good. He turned out to be a super nice guy. He's working on stuff with Snoop Dogg now, has his own legal marijuana line. Obviously, we had to clarify if it was legal or illegal. But also, okay, let's talk about getting weed out here in LA. Super simple. One of the more difficult things about getting weed out here, Shuey, I think, is, and Shuey's not a weed smoker, I'm just talking to him, is parking. You know, finding that parking spot next to the weed store is tough. And then also for the comedy show the other night, parking was tough. So like if a store or a venue has their own parking lot, that's got to be gorge and ideal in LA. And then also I've heard just from people who do real estate stuff out here in LA, anything that you build, you need to have separate parking for. So that's also got to be tough in terms of like building any infrastructure in LA. While the infrastructure here seems great, it's just like any new real developments, you need all that extra parking. And then here at the hotel, we do have valet for free, which has been great. You just text down 10, 15 minutes and then they bring you your whip. But yeah, okay, so went to the weed store that's pretty close to the hotel, drove there. I was going to walk there, but I asked one of the valet guys. I was like, you think I could walk? He was like, bro, that is a country mile, which is a funny thing for somebody in LA to say. It's like a country mile is, yeah, just like a bunch of nothing for, I guess, a mile, which is what exactly it was. But super happy we rented a car. As I said, got some sativa, and then, dude, yesterday I smoked so much. I didn't even mean to smoke so much. Just because, like, some of the lighter strains, I feel like just go down super easy. So smoke like 4 or 5 Gs yesterday. But this morning at Hollywood Gym, I tell you, that was like a true pump. I feel like I was going to see Arnold Schwarzenegger there. Someone like that. Just like a 15,000 square foot gym on 3 separate floors, $20 to get in, and it just felt grungy. I loved it. Just that old equipment. Maybe some people like newer equipment in the gym, your Equinox or whatever, but I just feel like the glory pump days are really something that I enjoy. You know, like if you watch, what was that old movie, Shuey? No way you know it. Pumping Iron. Pumping Iron. Like you watch that movie, it's just guys in Venice Beach. That would be like a fun gym to stop by the way, man. Venice Beach. We should have freaking done that today. That boardwalk was just too long. Anyway, it was just a retro gym. It was pretty cool. But we must have walked today for 2.5 hours. Shoot, you think? I mean, we put on at least 5 miles on the odometer. Actually, do you on your not iPhone? Does it tell you how many steps you've taken?
I don't exercise, so.
No, but well, on the iPhone though, it tells you how many steps you've taken per day, like in a health app. But like that does not even track it.
Why would you let your phone robot?
It's not. You don't have a choice. It's just health. It's an app on the phone. I don't think you can actually delete it. Why would you let robots do it? Robots are going to take over anyway, man. Might as well let them get involved into your health.
I don't need Bill Gates looking over my shoulder.
And we also were trying out some drinks today on the street. On the boardwalk, rather. How many people did we talk to today?
Probably 30.
No, 30 different interviews. How many people do you think? At least 100. 100 interviews, yeah. But that was really fun, man. So this is
the group of Jews.
Yeah, a bunch of great Jews we met. Meeting a lot of great people out here, though, man. So I'm looking forward to part 2 of this trip. I mean, this is part 1, but we've just been having a great time. We have not eaten today. We're going to get some kosher food later, or at least half of us are, and then half of us are going to get vegan food. It's funny, I brought like 4 TEDJONESWORLD t-shirts, and I think I've already gone through all of them. Well, we're just going to have to redo it. You know what I mean? Do hotels have washing machines, or like optional washing machines? I'm sure they do. I don't know if this one does. I don't really know if we need to do that, but it's a valid question, man. So Shuey is actually out here documenting this whole process, as I said initially, but we're going from Tuesday night, May 3rd, at the Ted Jones Comedy Show, out here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then we are leaving. Bro, did I tell you this? We're leaving 5:30 in the morning Tuesday. It's going to be amazing. Yeah, dude, the flight is 5:30, so we have to be out of here at, I don't know, 1 a.m. What time? They're like, we'll figure it out. It's going to be fun.
Red of an eye,
yeah.
all I can get.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like a few hours actually after a red eye, though. Like red eye would be we leave at 12. Yeah. Like this is even tougher than a red eye. Yeah. So we're going to be flying in, get into Newark at 1:30 p.m. on Tuesday, and then we have the Ted Jones Comedy Show Tuesday night. So that's going to be quite the week that we've had, man. Almost halfway through, and we're out here enjoying ourselves. Are you enjoying yourself?
I'm enjoying.
Dude, you look pretty fancy right now. You mind just getting on camera, just showing the sunglasses that you're rocking? You also still have my pair of sunglasses.
Yeah, they're at my place, I think. I got them.
You gave Shuey Ray-Ban Aviators. That was pretty cool and nice of me. What?
When I had that eye.
Oh, yeah, you had a sty. I used to get pink eye like way too frequently, like where I would have it maybe once every 4 months, something like that. But that was maybe back in the day when I wasn't changing out my contacts. So you guys wear contacts? How often do you change contacts? You and I are both at negative 3.0, right? Mm-hmm. So what are you guys at? Farsighted, nearsighted? I believe I'm farsighted. I can't see things when I'm far away. So does that mean I'm nearsighted?
I think it's nearsighted. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. It's difficult for me to see things far away. But right now I can see you guys absolutely very clear. We also went to Runyon Canyon. That was fun. Did like an hour hike there. Very LA thing to do. I feel like Runyon Canyon. You go to Hollywood sign, whatever. That wasn't like much of an interacting with people. I think we were just going for the view. We also met 2 girls at our hotel. Pretty sure they want to bang Chewy over there, but very nice women. So we're looking forward to maybe linking with them by the pool. Or actually, I don't know. Who knows? What's on tap for later today, you guys may ask? Well, probably going to eat something, probably smoke a stick, maybe go meet with one of my friends. Shuey will actually be observing Shabbat at tonight at sundown, 7 p.m. or maybe like a little before that on Friday. So he's going to be out of commission. So we're going to do a little Ted Jones vlog handheld for a few hours for sure. But if you guys have anything interesting that you think that I need to know, hit me up on TEDJONESWORLD@gmail.com. Is the weed out here a little bit stronger? Maybe, but I think the stuff that you do get at stores, you have a better gauge of what is in the weed itself. Like when you're buying weed from a drug dealer in New York City, you really don't even know how strong it's going to be. Or if you're buying gummies from a stranger in the city, I think that's one of the larger variables. Because like gummies, if they are not monitored or anything, that shit could get you really freaking high. Have you ever done a weed gummy? Or like a chocolate?
Yeah, I've done gummies.
Did you get super high from it? Like unnecessarily high?
I almost died.
Yeah, that's the thing. What? You almost died? What happened?
I almost killed myself.
Stop. What? Just from being too high, having too much fun?
Yeah, because my friend, he gave us these edibles, and he said there were 5 milligrams each.
That's like nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So we each took 2 before Friday night dinner, and turns out they were 25.
Oh my gosh, that's like a good amount.
So like it was
20. They were 25 each.
25 each.
Oh,
so,
dude! Like if I took 50 milligrams, just saying, like I'd be very high. That's like some of the more high I will be.
It was
if I took that.
It was the scariest experience of like that I've ever lived. We were on the couch, and I was like felt like I was looking in the inside of my head, like the wiring and everything. I like literally told my buddy. I was like, dude, if I wake up like this and I'm still like this, I'm like jumping out.
Wait, what time did you take it? And then what time was dinner?
We took it right before dinner at like 7 p.m. ish. We're eating, and then it hit, and it was just like it hit, and it was like a freight train.
Yeah.
And we were just sprawled out on the floor on the couch, and we didn't know what we were experiencing.
Your boy was just as high too. He thought it was 5 milligrams.
He had a little bit more control than me. But it was so intense.
Were you with his family or something?
It was me, him, and his wife.
Oh man, did the wife eat any gummies?
She had 1 gummy, and she'd never smoked or anything before. So she also 25 milligrams for her first time.
Who would sell you 25 milligrams and tell you it's 5 milligrams? Also, were you guys like as a unit looking to call the the ambulance or something?
Yeah, or that was the plan. Like I kept telling him, call 911. Like call 911.
Did you almost call 911?
He said, my friend said he was gonna call a friend before he would call 911.
You know, the thing is, people have worse experiences with gummies than they do with actual weed, or so I've heard. But like, it'll get in your head. Once you have a bad experience with gummies, you don't want to ever smoke weed again.
You have more control of the intake
when you're smoking weed.
When you're smoking,
that's true.
Because like you could just pop something, and it turns out it's like, oh, all the weed was in that brownie, or like, it's less control because there are other variables. Like you smoke, it's like how much you're smoking.
So Shuey, as we're out here in LA and this is part 1, do you have any ideas that we haven't spoken about on things that you think we should do? I know you were saying that we should potentially go back to Venice, mess around, do the man on the street stuff.
Beverly Hills.
Yes, we do need to check out the hills.
Yeah, where the big nice houses.
Yeah, sure. Check out some nice houses. We ring the bell. What do you do for a living? How many kids do that? It's like, bro, chill. Or like, how do you afford this car? And then every guy in the mix is pissed off asking why food. Yeah, I do drugs. Yeah. That's how I afford this car. Go to market. I mean, New York people do that too. We vlogged in Union Square Market before. We did. Had a bunch of great times there. Also, shout out my boy Bob, who we saw in Union Square Green Market. You guys check out one of the last Ted Jones vlogs. I was like, we found my friend Bob. So I saw, you weren't actually here for this. So we went to Washington Square Park, did a vlog. And in the vlog, there was a guy, Bob. He was just like singing show tunes, did an interview with him. And he was like, I'm usually here on Sundays in Washington Square Park. And I'm usually in Union Square Market on Saturdays. So Saturday, and we were just like, I was chilling in my apartment, went to Union Square Market in hopes of finding Bob, found Bob, and it was one of the greater moments. It actually reminded me of one of the moments today, spoiler alert, that we had with Starla on the boardwalk. Just like a amazing person, just singing, giving incredible vibes.
Oh my gosh, yeah, she had a beautiful voice.
That was also one of the greater moments, I think, today of the vlog.
That was a great moment.
Yeah, we just had a woman serenade me for like 3 minutes. What song was that, by the way? Do you know? Yeah, well, you guys will see it on this part 3 of a 3-part vlog, right, Shuey? So, Shuey, why don't you kind of break it down? So, Shuey's gonna be helping behind the scenes on this particular vlog in terms of editing and doing production. So, Shuey, how do you kind of see the vision of our trip in terms of breaking it down into 1 part, 2 part, and then the 3rd part?
Well, I thought of like dividing it up into shows. So, like starting from Tuesday night the night before we flew out.
When we had the Ted Jones Comedy Show at the Stand?
We had your show at the Stand Tuesday night. And then going from there to going to the airport, settled in until last night, which was Thursday night's show. So from Tuesday to Thursday, the story of show to show.
Tuesday night to Thursday night?
Yeah, that's
48
episode
hours.
1,
okay.
Essentially. What we're doing between shows, what the prep is, what we're doing in LA. And then from second show to third show, which is back in New York, this coming Tuesday, back at the Stand.
So tomorrow night is
Full
part
circle.
3. Yeah. So this idea initially just started from me wanting to go to LA. Asked Shuey if he had any interest in going to LA. He said yes, thankfully. And we really put together a schedule that is convenient in going to LA. On the way to Venice today, oh my gosh, how close was I to crashing into that car next to us? And then the thing was, like, as soon as it was done, first of all, it would have been like a side scrape, wouldn't have been so serious, right? But that thumbnail would have been great, right?
Yeah.
I fucked up the rental car. Just holding my mouth, something like that. But I don't know, I can imagine in LA, it's got to be tough sometimes, just because, like, yeah, I just started doing stand-up right here. I'm like standing up talking. Like, there's no way that you live in LA your full life and don't have a first one. Okay, maybe you don't have a DUI or you've been in a crash before. Like roadster on the ground, on the street. That's got to be tough, especially when you're driving so much. So things I like about LA so far: weather, vibe, people. I think that those are the 3: weather, vibe, people. One thing I will say about LA, which I have complained about in the past, is just it takes too long to get to places. It's so different in New York. You know, like if we wanted to go to even CVS, dude, like if we wanted to go to CVS and get your tooth floss since you like cracked a cavity or some shit like that, it'd be super easy. We just walk out, or you can even walk out. You don't even need to tell me. But like around here, well, thankfully we are close enough to some stores like that, medical stores. In saying medical stores, what I mean, CVS, whatever, where you could just get pharmacy. Thanks for that. Where you could just get whatever you need, but it's a little bit difficult hopping in the car and then going to places. The beauty in having a beautiful house is, yes, you stay at the house, you have groceries for 2 weeks, you got a pool, you only really go out if maybe you're going to dinner or something, or you have something to do that is fun. Whatever. The LA vibe is definitely here to stay, which I love. I just feel like sometimes the traffic, it's a little anxiety driven. Like the other night, man, when we went to the Bruise Brothers in North Hollywood for that comedy show, like supposed to take 20 minutes. And then on the map too, like I was texting the producer. I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. I have no idea what time I'm going to be there. Just because like it kept saying the exact same time. And then I can imagine what it was like 15 years ago before Google Maps and stuff. You just relied on MapQuest, but it's got to be a little bit easier to travel these days with all this technology and all this crap. You know what I'm saying? Did we miss anything, you'd say, Shuey? Like, was there anything that you saw in particular, like on the side of the street, we should have been like, oh, we should have vlogged that? Or no? I really can't think of anything now. Just because today, with DOGGFace, we were 500 feet away from him, and we were like, wait, that's DOGGFace. And then we sprinted towards him, and then as I was saying, his boy kept looking back. He was like,
yeah, we really
making sure that like we weren't actually gonna
chased
do any harm to him. But it's amazing, dude. He's doing stuff with Snoop Dogg now. He has his own legal weed brand, and that's the thing. You know, you never know when that viral moment's gonna happen. I just throw the microphone at your wiener.
Is that us
He's like, oh, my wiener.
Are we calling
There's the viral moment. What?
We're calling it? We're calling a viral moment from this trip?
Yeah. What? This is the viral moment right here, dude. I love how Shuey's just on his phone right now. Are you unhinged or what?
I'm just scrolling through thoughts on TikTok.
He has been talking to a lot of girls out here. Sorry, I don't mean to blow up your spot, dude, but like you're in the mix.
Whoa.
You're in the mix, are you not?
Maybe.
Yeah. See, like I'm here all business with the Shuey. Shuey's looking for a little business outside the business, you know. Hey! So we'll see. I'm supposedly gonna link up with a couple buddies tonight, I think, and I'm honestly just looking forward to the rest of this LA trip. So we will absolutely hit you with a part 2 when I get back to the city, and hopefully we'll have an LA comic on the podcast. That would actually be super fun. So we're looking to do that. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Ted Jones World Podcast, part 1 of the LA trip review. This has been great. Shuey, thanks so much for letting me use your Blackmagic camera. I hope you guys notice how good the quality is this particular time, right?
That's nice.
You guys are great. Shuey, thank you so much, man. I look forward to part 2, living it with you, bro.
Hello.
Living it, breathing it, eating it.
We're doing it.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much. Write in your emails, tedjonesworld@gmail.com, tedjonesworld on Instagram. We'll see you guys soon. Peace.